Hello and welcome to Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits Reviews. Tonight in our ongoing series regarding the Robin Hood Beer Festival 2018, we're showcasing the beers from each of the bars because obviously there's over 1,000 beers and to be honest, you know, each one deserves credit to be in the beer festival, and when we come across beers that, you know, for me anyway, you know, strike something, I will point them out. So, we've done bars A to E so far, including the Nano bar. We're now on bar F, and this is another large bar. So, here it goes. So, from the Sheffield Brewery, Get Thyssen Outdoors. It's a 4% an American Pale Ale. Seven Hills, 4.1% a Pale Ale again. From Shiny Brewery in Derby, 4 Wood, 4.5% gluten free. All their beers are gluten free, so I don't need to say any more about that. And that's the best bitter. Affinity is a 4.6% golden bitter. Disco Balls is a 5.3% hop-loaded IPA. Happy People is a 4.2% golden ale. These are also all vegan beers as well, I've just noticed. On the reserve list, Moa is a 3.9% session pale. They also do New World, which is a 3.7% golden citrus big hitter in terms of flavour. Wrench is a 4.4% stout. So from the Silks Brewery, they've got Old Man Sherv, 4.5%, which is an English ale. Veteran Campaigner, which is a 3.8% session beer. Wacker Pain is a 3.8%, and it says here a whack of crisp golden refreshment, so golden ale I presume. Silver Brewhouse Brewery have got Arkwright Pale Godiva, 4.1%, which is English Pale. Big Funky, 6.2%, which is a NE IPA. Coal Face Stout, which is a 4.5% oat stout. On the reserve list, Stevenson Pale, 4%, which is a pale ale. From the 6 O'Clock Brewery, they've got P45 Split Shift, which is an amber ale at 4.8%. Slaughterhouse Brewery have got Bois de Heure, if that's the right way of saying it, which is a 4.5% blonde bitter. The Soul Brewery have got All Nighter, 3.8%, which is a session pale ale. They've also got 7 Days, which is a 4.2% pale ale. They've also got The Snake, 5.6% IPA. Southwark Brewery from London have got Harvard IPA, which is a 5.5% American Pale Ale, which is strange because they call it an IPA. Okay. LPA London Pale Ale, 4%, exactly what it says on the bottle. Pottersfield Porter, 4%, same again. Rootmaster Red, 4.2%, so it's a red ale. Bless me. Sperrin Brewery, I've got Cannon Fire, which is 5%, which is a porter. They've also got Headhunter, which is an amber ale, 3.8%. The Spey Valley Brewery have got on reserve Spey Stout, 5.4% chocolate stout. Spey's Software, 4%, which is a session NE New England IPA. Stillman's IPA, 4.6%, is a hoppy IPA. Sunshine on Key, 3.5%, is an American session IPA. The Spotlight Brewery have got Dark Moment, 4.2%, which is a vanilla and blueberry porter. They've also got Spectrum, 5.2%, but doesn't say anything else. Squawk Brewery, I've got Milvus IPA, which is 6.3%, which is an IPA with passion fruit, pine and berry aroma. They've also got Pavo, 3.8%, pale straw with blossom and bubblegum on the nose. And also Pika, 4.9%, AZ Golden Spiced Orange and Mango Trace. St Andrews Brewery have got Crail Ale, which is 4.5% golden ale. On reserve, Fief Gold, which is 4.2% gold ale again. And Yippee IPA, which is 6.6% IPA, 6% ABV, and it's an IPA. Stamps Brewery has got Flying Cloud, 3.7%, which is an amber ale. Stardust Brewery have got an Easy Pale Citra, 3.8% pale ale. Hubble, 4.4% pale ale. Optic, 4.2% pale ale. They like their pale ales, don't they? Steamtown have got Orange County, 4.7% American IPA. Reefer, number 2, 4.2% Session IPA. Steam Stout, 4.5%. You can guess what that is. Steel City Brewery have got, based in Sheffield, the Steel City, of course. Black Cascade, 6.66%. The Devil's IPA. It's a black IPA. Hipster Shake at 5.6% is a matcha and vanilla white milk stout. I think that would probably say mocha actually. Stockport Brewery have got Summertime, which is a 3.9% session ale. Stroud have got Big Cat Stout, which is a 4.5% stout. And they've also got on reserve Brewer's Garden, which is a harvest celebration ale at 4.2%. Stubborn Mule have got Absolute Banker at 4.7%, which is a pale ale. And Pre-Prohibition Cream Ale at 5.5%, which is a Pilsner pale ale hybrid. Tamworth Brewery have got Our Ethel, spelt with an A, at 5.5% with it, which is dark and dry with Chinook hops rather. Tap East Brewery have got Smoke Stack Porter at 6%, which is what it says, Smoke Porter. Tonic Ale 3% is a pale ale. Tap Social Movement Brewery have got Get Your Hops Off at 5.1%, which is a fruity IPA. On reserve, Good Side A, 4.5%, which is a pale ale. Greaves Procession, 5.5%, which is a smoky stout with licorice, chocolate and coffee notes. And they've also got Monkey Bars, depending on how you pronounce it, at 7.3%, which is a Belgian double with spicy tones and dark fruit aromas. Sounds nice. Tor Valley have got Black Ops at 3.9%, which is a dark hoppy ale. Tor Golden Brown at 4.5%, which is a golden brown ale. Taunton Session Ale, which is what it is, at 4%. Taylor Illingworth I've got Very Good, Very Nice at 5%, which is a strawberry and blueberry IPA. That's very different. They've got Citra, which is exactly what you think it is, at 4.5%. Summer Session Ale. This is a pale ale at 4.2%. Tenby Brewing Company I've got Barefoot at 4.7%, which is a single hop pale ale. On reserve, Hang 10 at 4.2%, which is a Welsh red ale. And they've got Local Hero, which is an extra special bitter at 4.3%. Test Brewing have got Anton Bitter, English Bitter, 3.8%. Chocolate Stout at 4.2%, exactly what it says. Wallop Gold, 4.3% golden ale. Three Blind Mice Brewery, I've got Citra, 4.2%. This, I don't know if it's just me, but if you've got Citra in it, please, add a bit to the name. Lonely Snake at 3.5%, which is a pale ale. On reserve, Mosaic at 4.2%, another pale ale. Simply Stout at 5%, which is an oatmeal stout. The Three Castles Brewery have got King Alfred's Gold, 4.6% golden ale. Three Kings Brewery have got Right Angle at 4%, which is a pale ale. Treacherous Young Witches, which is a blonde ale. Three Sods have got Boho Bitter which is a bitter with mandarin flavour. Mont Sherry IPA, which is obviously an IPA with bitter cherry in it. Tom Herrick's brewery have got Bomber Command, which is at 3.9% golden malty biscuit finish, pine, floral and honey aromas. Thomas A. Lilford has got Hop Club at 4%, which is a hopped ale. Rosemary at 4.8%, which is a golden ale with onion ginger notes. Top Rope at Liverpool have got Otimus Prime, which is an oat pale ale. That's different. Treen's Brewery have got Classic 4.3%, which is a biscuit malt. Resolve at 5.2%, which is a stout. Sun's Beam at 4.8%, which is a golden ale. 2x2 Brewery have got Amarillo Racah, which is at 4.9% as a pale ale. Mocha Porter at 4.8%, which is a coffee porter. Untapped Brewery have got Border 3.8%, which is an amber session bitter. On reserve, Mono at 4.2%, which is an English bitter. And also Triple S at 4.9%, which is a black stout. Used Toxeter Brewery have got Admiral Lord Gardner at 4.5% golden ale. American IPA, as it says, 5.2%. Paddock Porter 4.8%, obviously what it is. Sergeant Special New World Pale Ale at 4.5%. On reserve, Yuxonian at 4.9%, which is a pale ale. And then we've got Yogi Bear at 6.1%, a strong pale ale. The Vale of Glamorgan Brewery, I'm sure I've had some of their beers before. Flying Hellfish, 4.5%, American brown ale. Lady Liberty, 4.8%, a golden pale ale. Miami Wise, 4.5%, an American style wheat beer. Paradigm Shift at 4.2%, a British bitter. On reserve, Portland Pale at 4%, a West Coast pale. The Velvet Owl Brewery have got Mole's Medicine at 3.6%. Sweet chocolatey porter with dark malted malts notes. The Veterans Brewery have got 303 Golden Ale, which is what it is, at 4.1%. And they've also got Tracer at 4.2%, which is basically a red ale. Vibrant Forest have got Junkus at 4.5%, which is a pale ale. Pupa at 4.5%, a pale American ale. Watling Street, I've got Queen Boudica at 4.2%, which is a golden ale. And Wat Tyler at 4.8%, which is a pale ale. Oh my god, need a drink after all this. Homebrew white wine goes down a treat. So, Weather Oak Brewery rather. Keystone Hops, see where they got that from. A pale ale at 5%. Victoria Works, an English pale bitter at 4.3%. Well Drawn Brewery, Second Breakfast IPA at 5.1%, which is a session ale. Bedwas Bitter at 4.2%, a copper ale. On reserve, Gold 4.4%, a golden ale. The Welland Brewery from Spalding, Black Ops 4.5%, which is an IPA. Rusty Giraffe at 5%, which is a amber ale. YFM at 4.2%, which is a mosaic pale ale. The White Hart Brewery, Colne Valley Stout, 4.8%, an English full-bodied stout. On reserve, Golden Heart at 4%, which is called a golden sweet brew. Templar at 4.5%, a copper-coloured bitter. From the White Rock Brewery, Lost Tourist, 5.3%, an IPA. Pushang, 3.8%, a pale ale. Scapegoat at 4.2%, a golden ale. From the Wild Weather Brewery, Jamontos, 4%. Strawberry Jam Brown Ale, that sounds different. The Wilderness Brewery, Motueka Grisette at 3.8%, a Grisette style ale with Motueka hops. Never heard of that. Really different. From the Wimbledon Brewery, Figurehead, Autumn Ale at 4.4%. Triple X No, Triple XK Vintage Ale at 10%. An English barley wine, rich fruits, spice and Seville orange hints. That sounds right up my street. 10% as well. Oof. From the Windmill Hill Brewery, Chesterton IPA 4.2%, an amber IPA. Grindstone APA 4.5%, an Oppie IPA. So it says APA, but it's an Oppie IPA. Okay. Pump Room Porter 4%, what it says. On reserve, the Amber Post 4%. It's a classic amber ale. Hello, Charlie. Charlie's the Cocker Spaniel who's looking at me like, what are you talking to the camera? What are you talking to the wall for? Probably thinks I'm going daft. Windswept Brewery, 1806 Stout at 5%. A classic Scottish stout. On reserve, Hurricane 4.5%. A session IPA. Weizen 5.2%. A cloudy Hefeweizen bursting with bananas and caramel. That sounds nice. Werewolf 6%, a dark ale infused with habanero chilies, if you like that sort of thing. From the Whiffen Brewery, Beer with No Name 4.3%, an amber bitter. Scruffy Mild 3.9%, which is obviously a mild. Witham Gold, you know, you can tell it's a golden ale with that 4.1%. From Withnell's Priesttown, Invincibles 3.7%, a session ale. Withnell's Push Iron, a golden ale 4.5%. Wrigley Monkey, Full Tilt 4.2%, which is an amber ale. Super Sports 3.2%, one of the lowest beers so far, which is a pale ale. From the Extreme Brewery, Bolero 4.3%, which is a festival special light beer ale brewed with Simcoe hops. Dog's come to me and he's pouring at me now. He's thinking, what are you doing, Dad? On reserve, Nupty Ale 4.2%, a stout brewed with molasses and lots of interesting flavour. And the last one in Bar, is this F? Can't remember now, I'm too tired. Sticky Pigeon 5%, traditionally golden session ale. Hello, baby. And that's all from this particular bar. I'll do the rest tomorrow because it's really late and I'm really tired. Thanks for watching. See you soon.